data shows that inequality is actually rising.
Issues of inequality, of racial injustice, of health inequities that really pervade many of our societies.
It feels like optimism is a scarce resource.
It's very easy when you are in your own country to think that you're the only person, the only community experiencing these things.
Are we in a correct path to getting more equality in society?
It can often feel that we don't have the leaders that we need, or perhaps the leaders that we deserve.
To challenge the mainstream narrative that we don't often have alternatives for. There is a place for that narrative to be shared with everybody else. That's the most remarkable part of this fellowship.
This is a diverse group of programs, and within each of them there is also a great focus on bringing together people with different experiences, expertise, perspectives, who can bring those diverse perspectives and expertise to the deep challenges of pursuing greater equity.
The Atlantic Fellows Program for Equity in Brain Health is trying to reduce the burden, the scale of dementia worldwide.
To work on prevention, because there is no cure for dementia and for Alzheimer's disease.
The Atlantic Fellows for Social Equity focuses on social change leaders predominantly from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander and Maori communities and other marginalised communities.
The Equity Initiative focuses on developing young leaders for health equity throughout the countries of Southeast Asia and China.
The purpose of the Atlantic Fellows for Racial Equity is to bring accomplished leaders from the US and South Africa together to imagine new possibilities for achieving racial equity and justice.
We use a health lens and health equity to measure the extent to which justice is being achieved both in South Africa and in the world.
The issues of privilege, class, where those who have little receive little, and those who have much receive the most.
We focus on economic and social inequality. We're one of the largest, most diverse programs because we recruit globally, so we're not just focused on one specific area.
The Atlantic Fellows for Health Equity aims to develop global leaders who understand the foundations of health and equity. We have seen the fellows really come together as a community and learn from one another in incredible ways. When we first saw it happening, we wondered where the magic had come from. The fellows are really brought together by a great sense of compassion that they all share for the different communities that they serve. It really bonds the fellows together in a pretty special way.
Our fellows are passionate, enthusiastic, incredibly impressive provocateurs.
I believe that the change that can come from Atlantic Fellows could actually drive public agendas in countries on the global front. It could even affect politics, economics, and the way we actually see life as human beings all together.
I hope that we will provide for each other an unending resource of support and optimism in each of these corners around the world.
We could all afford to spend a bit more time reflecting on our common humanity, and I think one of the wonderful things about a global network is that it takes us out of our everyday and connects us to people from all over the planet.
To love people, to love justice, to fight for justice, to speak up, to not be afraid to do what's right. That if you are that person who has those traits, you have those qualities, and you've been looking for a group of people like you, you will find that here in the fellowship program.
People, the marginalized, the vulnerable in our populations, to actually be with my society, amongst them, assisting them, using the skills and knowledge that they imparted on me to make their lives better. That is why I do what I do.